My name is Michael Corey. I'm the host of the social media platform PropsToHistory, and I'm based out of Chicago, Illinois. I am a guest here at Nococon. I came out here to do meet and greets with folks, do a couple of different panels, and just in general enjoy a con. So I am a prop maker and a special effects artist in the film industry, but I'm also a prop master in the theater industry and a prop maker in the theater industry. And I also, through my social media platform, PropsToHistory, I tell the stories of props, prop makers, special effects, the people that do them, how they're done, and just the history of film that maybe a lot of people don't touch on. I started as a model maker when I was a kid. My dad was a model maker. He got me into the hobby, and it was just a thing that I did as a kid. And one day when I was 12 years old, I watched a PBS special about Close Encounters of the Third Kind and how it was made. And I learned about filming models and how filming models were made, and that they were made with the same model kits I was building, just with a process called kit bashing, where they'd stick parts on another model and make it into something new. And that inflamed my love of film, and it just kept, I wanted to know more about how movies were made, but I'm old, so this is in the early days before the internet was a thing. And I had library books, and they weren't the best. So I had to learn as much as I could. And as a kid in the Midwest, I never thought it was a career I could pursue. So I went into aviation instead. And I started doing stuff on social media about 10 years ago through Facebook, posting some of the work that I made through different forums that were available, and then Instagram, of course, and then it proceeded on with the different platforms that became available. And one day my wife actually told me, you should put videos on TikTok, which as a person in his mid-30s at the time, that was an app for kids to dance on. I didn't know anything about TikTok, but I posted a video on TikTok talking about the Book of the Dead from 1999's The Mummy, which I had just built, and its history and its connection to history, and it blew up. It hit something like 8 or 9 million views in the first few days. And I realized people cared about these stories that I've loved my whole life. So I started sharing those stories. And that transpired into a prop master out in Hollywood saying, hey, you want to build some stuff for my TV show? Which ended up being Magnum PI, the reboot for Magnum PI, season 4. And then I worked on Babylon, and then I worked on other shows and music videos, and it's just proceeded since then. And doors have been opened with different archives and museums for me to come in and tell the stories of the pieces that they have buried in their collections. And it just keeps getting bigger, and I dig it. I've been attending cons off and on for 3 or 4 years, but here recently, as people have become more and more aware of what I do, more cons have reached out and invited me to come out to speak to people and to try and share the stories and the knowledge that I have, because I am an industry prop maker. And prop makers and cosplayers aren't that separated from each other. We pretty much do the same things. I do it for movies, people do it to wear. So the skill sets and the methodology that I have and the skills that I've built up over the last, quite frankly, 30 years as a model maker and prop maker help people to make their stuff a little bit better. Or maybe they can approach it in a way they didn't know, because I learned how to do it back in the days before technology was really a part of making. So it's just a way to transfer skill sets to another group of people that may not have been exposed to them. Just how relaxed it is here, how chill it is, how everybody's just like enjoying their time together and their time here. I can say I didn't enjoy the sandwich that I had from Roll for Sandwich because it was dreadful. Once you start with s'mores Pop-Tarts as bread, it sort of goes downhill after that. But it's just been an all-around very lovely con to come to. I've been to huge cons like Dragon Con and SDCC, and I have to say that I've rather enjoyed this one more than some of those more massive cons because of how relaxed it is. And everyone, no matter who they are, when they come to these, I see it a lot. Folks that are like, I can't do that, I can't do that, I can't do that. I could never do that. That sort of attitude. And I always tell these people the exact same thing, that any person can learn any skill. And it's just a matter of time and practice. And to always believe that you are capable. Never tell yourself you can't. Because I'm some schmuck from Indiana who works in the film industry for some reason. So clearly, anybody can do it. Yeah, I can be found anywhere online at PropsToHistory, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc. You can also be found on my website, PropsToHistory.com.